Y'all came back, right? Y'all know what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'm your girl, Denise Brady. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist who also sees a lot of couples, okay? Now, I really want to focus on Clay, okay? Because I think Clay, to me, is a very misunderstood person. What? Misunderstood? Yes, y'all. Y'all came for a therapist perspective, not somebody screaming on TikTok trying to get likes and views, okay? Y'all came for the real deal. Now, Clay to me is very misunderstood. He reminds me of a lot of black men who were raised without father figures they can mirror and learn from. And because of that, you see his different interactions, the things that he says, the things that he does, comes from a place of being lost. Being a black man lost, trying to build a relationship, a marriage, without that foundation of himself. And I know y'all get caught up in saying that he's zesty, he's giving sassy. To me, he's giving lost girl. And he's not ready for marriage because he has not found himself. And I think there are a lot of black men who can relate to just trying to find themselves sometimes in relationships. Women too, but this video is about black men, okay? Trying to find yourself in a relationship where you don't have a sense of self. Can you relate? Growing up without that foundation of a family, maybe you had a mother, but you didn't have a father, and you were raised by a woman. See, to me, men who are raised by women show up differently than men who are raised by men. Y'all not ready for that conversation, okay? But I feel like because he did not have that marrying, and his father was, I think, kind of a playboy, that's what he equates to what I need to be, how I need to show up. And he says multiple times how he has had to show up in different ways of what he thinks women want. And not only that, but the typical way that a man thinks that I gotta be machismo, I gotta be this like F-boy, I gotta bring that energy because that's what was mirrored to me by friends, by TV, probably by other family members. So to me, he is coming off as someone who has only grasped their sense of self from what they see around them and has not been able to do the work, maybe because he hasn't been to therapy on his own, maybe because of stigma around mental health in the black community, but he has not done the work to truly have a sense of self. And it's interesting how AD is able to pull that out, not only in Clay, but she also pulled out in Matthew. But there's a difference between being a fixer and also just knowing when your partner needs to be pushed and kind of helping them grow. And I think most of the time women fall into the cycle of being fixers instead of how do I help you progress? Because if I help you progress and you become better, it makes us better in our relationship instead of fixing. People sometimes get caught up on projects, making men projects and fixing them. And there is a difference. And recognize, are you fixing? Are you helping your partner progress by pushing them? Because there is a difference. And in this situation, I think there is a crossroads. There is an opportunity for AD to help him progress, help him become a better person through love, through growing, through reflecting. But there's also the opportunity to get caught up in fixing. And then you pour into this person. And then half the time we see these men leave and move on to a wife. And then that wife gets the most of them after 5, 6, 7 years of you pouring into this person. All that stuff that you did, it gets wasted for you and someone else benefits from that. I think a lot of people can relate to that. But I think if he had a better sense of self coming into this experiment, he would be doing a lot better. But because people on the internet are so used to like just, oh, he is an F-boy, he's sassy, he's giving zesty. To me, no. To me, it's giving my example of vulnerability equals softness. Most of the time when I talk to people, mostly people of color, when they think of the word vulnerability, they think of softness. They think, oh, I'm weak, I'm soft, I have to be soft in order to be vulnerable. So to me, I feel like Clay is acting out what he believes vulnerability is, and that's softness. So when you see him kind of like acquiescing to AD's energy, to me it's more about, that's what I think of vulnerability. is being soft, being at times kind of what I see in women being soft. And we have to change the stigma and idea around vulnerability, because it's not just about being soft. To me, it's about being human and recognizing it's okay for me to be human. It's okay for me to put my shield down. It's okay for me to show up for me. But I'm not sure if their relationship will work out, because they're both in these places where she sees the red flags, but she's ignoring them. He's a red flag because he has not done a lot of self-work, and she hasn't either. But I think until black men get more comfortable with mental health, getting attuned to themselves, recognizing when they're lacking, and being able to accept feedback from women in a constructive way, because sometimes women can just like throw daggers. But until then, it's going to take some time for him to really recognize, I am worthy, I am good enough. And therapy can help that. But we have to continue to break the stigma about men going to therapy and mental health, because if not, they will show up like Clay continues to show up. Now, these are just my thoughts on this particular dynamic. Let me know what y'all think, because your girl, of course, can get into it. Now, I got some clients to see, so make sure you like, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.